I don't normally tell dad jokes, but when I do, he usually laughs.
Alright.
What is that?
I made a playlist for hiking. It has
Oh,
music from
yeah.
Peanut, the Cranberries, and Eminem. I call it my trail mix.
Yeah, I heard that one. Is that supposed to be the joke?
Yes, it's a dad joke.
Me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is that what I think it is? That black and red thing,
Black and red?
right there. Oh no, it's not what I thought it
The
was.
horse? The ostrich?
It, sorry, it looked like a rhyperior. Like the color scheme looked like a
Oh.
rhyperior, but no, it was a horse.
It's
I'm
a
on a
horse,
horse.
of course. You know, there was an old lady who swallowed a horse. I wonder what happened to her.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
Now, in this day and age, that story has a very different meaning.
Hey. So anyway, welcome back to Pokemon. This is the town we've never visited. What's with people just throwing away perfectly usable nuggets? Why can't we grip on the side of a shipping container but not a building? It's the same material! Oh my gosh, look! It's the Pokemons.
Oh my god! Yes, the original Pokemon like
Yeah.
symbols.
The shell Pokemon, the bird, the mammal, the snake, the plant, the beast, the fish, the puffball, the bug, and then it kind of like repeats.
It repeats, yeah. And it's on the ground too. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Take yourself, I'm fish! Or snake. Take yourself, I'm snake.
I'm definitely Puffball. Wait, and of course turn around.
What?
Praise Lord Helix.
No.
Oh, item
Item?
on the ground. Oh, never mind. It looked like an item, but it was a person wearing a black jacket, so it just looked like a line of light indicating item, but it was just his shirt.
There's a person? There's an item? No, sorry, it's just a person. Oh, shoot. Well, that's not useful. Meowscardia. Should be all good to go, Zydia. Gonna have to do so much exploring on my solo run through just to try to find all of the various TMs. Alright, let's go play in the pool. Splash, 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 splash. Go, let's play. Whee!
Now jump in the pool without your Pokemon.
Oh, it won't let us. We've done that before, remember?
Oh.
It auto-summons.
Wow.
Even if you don't have the walk on water ability, this will still just happen. I know that because we did that.
So it's a way of sort of cheating to get it early if you go onto the right spots.
Yeah, I'm just imagining the, like, speedrun or challenge run tech that's like, if you jump into a pool and, like, trigger the animation to get, to, like, you know, ride on water that works in pools, but, like, you delay that trigger until you reach, like, the ocean, You can ride on water in the ocean before you get the ability. Now, if you jump out of the water, then you'll lose the ability. So you have to, like, ride just in a circle all the way around to get to where you need to go. Fairy. Oh, look at this. Alright, so anyway, on to the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like that the starter will never be disobedient, even if it does get above your leveling.
Seems that way, yeah.
So
what if something about the gym test happens inside this building that is marked with all the Pokemon symbols?
No, this is where the battle happens, probably, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, but what is this place?
It's an ancient relic of the past, also item.
You mean TM?
TMs are items.
Also item.
I would have laughed so hard if that item could somehow be... If that item just happened to, like, be a TM. Yeah, the battle.
Right, is there anything behind the gym? A TM, perhaps?
A TM item?
Ew. Bulk up? Behind the psychic gym.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was a dust storm behind the ice gym, wasn't there? Or no, dust storm was behind the ghost gym. Hey, you! Didn't I leave you in the tundra?
Wow, she didn't challenge us to a fight. Also, look, hats. On the right. It's a hat of the hats. What are you... Why did you stare at her navel?
If you hit B, you automatically go into, like, duck mode. And I've gotten used to being in conversation and ending conversations on the Switch by hitting B. And it just automatically ducked.
Why are these hats just hanging out here? I mean, obviously it's because they're psychic type, but still.
That's the gym leader. It's 3 hats and a trench coat. Now that would be funny. I'm surprised that there isn't a Pokemon that's actually just, I mean, 3 of a Pokemon in a trench coat specifically. Like, there are Pokemon that are just 3 of a smaller Pokemon, yes. Uh-oh, we have to exercise. Emotional spectrum practice. The ESP. We're in the backside. Is it you? Are you gonna teach us the rules where we have to go outside first? Oh, it's not you. Oh, we can see some people walking by at 2 frames a second.
Yeah.
Loser has to do what the winner says, so battle end well. What is this? It helped my friend when I don't have classes. All you have to do is copy it. It's a rhythm game? I'd be down for a Pokemon game where all of the gym tests are like different like types of games. Rhythm game, there's a platformer, like all that stuff. That'd be fun. One of them is a text-based adventure for no particular reason. I think that cat is just sneezing. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Because holding the button doesn't work. So I don't know if I'm supposed to hit it like a lot, or if I'm just supposed to hit it like once, or... If it's like, oh, I need like head to toe surprise, like I need to hit it like a lot of times. Like everyone else in the background knows how to actually hold a pose, and I do not. But it seems like hitting the button a whole bunch of times doesn't do it. Okay, did we do it? Okay, cool. I still have no idea if I'm supposed to hit it a whole bunch of times. Or what? Hey, kid. Did we fight a kid in the last one, too? Bite? Or is bite not good? Bite.
Oh, bite is perfect. And there's just some guy with a pig standing right beside us. Just...
Yeah, I think these people are from the, fitness test.
Ooh. Alright, you turn.
We don't want to just keep biting? Or flower trick?
Yeah, oh, you know what? It's all just regular effective, so flower trick.
You are why are you glowing? Are you about to evolve, child?
No, she's activated explode. Explosion. Take a step away.
Back away from the child. The second half. Oh my gosh, we have to do... Oh no.
Honestly, just press it once for each one.
Fine. Slow. I'm just watching that Slowpoke back there. Oh god, I should have brought in the Pikachu to see if they would do the shocked Pikachu face. Hey, it's the guy with the pig. Hey, it's the pig with the guy.
Hey, look, there's a girl with a hat. I guess she's next. Bite.
Bite the pig? What is this, Tomba?
What's Bomba?
Oh my god, you don't even know what Tomba is.
You've mentioned it before, but I still don't know what it is.
Okay. So the most common enemy is pig, and your primary method of attack is bite.
Okay, that's psychic fighting.
Bite?
Power trick.
Biting pigs is like the #1 thing that you do in Tomba.
I see.
I really need to do a playthrough of Tomba at some point. I don't think I've ever actually played the original Tomba. Indeed.
Nothing grows faster than a growing kid.
Like you!
That's disturbing.
Yes. I mean, it says we've already passed the gym test. We don't have to report it in. We do not have to brush over. You know what? I'm gonna ride my motorcycle instead. Oh, we're not. Oh gosh, that's a long way down. Wow. Whee! Hi, what's up? Hey, it's you! Wasn't this like an important thing at some point?
Yeah, we fought a giant one.
Yeah.
We learned how to swim after beating it.
Cool. And now it's way out here in the water. I really do think that it just it just designates that Pokemon should be everywhere around. I mean, hey, here's some easy water types. If only we could auto battle them, huh? Magikarps and Gyarados and there's a shell over here. Endless expanse of the ocean, and then if we want to get back up, only one thing to do.
So, why are you just randomly fighting wild Pokemon?
I thought it'd be funny to be all like, screw you, I'm not going. It's like, I don't have to do what you say to finish the gym test and just ride off, fall off a cliff, respawn, and then go do the thing anyway. But it didn't work out. And the cliff was a lot farther than I thought it was going to be. So I couldn't just jump back up. Alright, let's go fight against this flower. That should be easy. If fighting against this... What? She has little wings.
I can't help but notice she has a very similar aesthetic to us, except she's not forced to wear a school uniform.
Oh my gosh. It's our other mother! So are those little flopping things Pokemon or what?
What on earth? What?
What?
Is that an evolution of Girafarig?
Yeah, it's Farigiraf.
Bite the hell out of it.
Wait, did you actually not know this is a thing?
I did not know this was a thing.
Oh yeah, no. Girafarig gets an evolution in this generation. Farigiraf.
Why are you using a dark type move on us, Farigiraf?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, we probably should have just used Bite, because now they resist physical moves.
Right.
Well, time to use our Grass move.
Wait, what? Grass move? Okay. It evolves into Farigiraf and level up becoming Twin Beam. If your opponent uses a party move, including moves boosted by Prankster or Gale Wings, it targets the Pokemon with Armor Tail or its allies. Armor Tail prevents the Pokemon from executing the move.
We actually should have switched to our Hammer.
We'll be fine.
I mean, true.
And Farigiraf is the only Pokemon that can have the Armor Tail ability. And it's one of only 2 Pokemon that can have its other ability, Kaichu.
Oh, good. Fight for it. Alright, let's keep it.
That's what the Flabébé eventually evolves into.
Yes. Seeing that actually reminds me, I need to start getting my Switch out again and start playing the new Pokemon Snap again, because I never finished that.
Same here.
Oh wow. Have we really never actually seen a Psychic Terrascale before?
I'm sure. I know I have. I guess just we haven't.
Oh my god.
Moonblast is a good move.
Nora, you're up. Hit it with a hammer.
Level 50. If I do wind up playing through this game like in French just to try to get a perfect statted foreign ditto,
No.
I'm just going to like take the starter, trade it to another version of the game, grind that starter up to like level 100, trade it back, and hope that the starter just won't be disobedient.
Interesting idea.
Did you even see what level her Pokemon were?
Wow, it really jumps from 55 to all.
Yep. Again, they could have been doing it by tens.
They really could have.
Hey, why don't you just use the type of makeup that we use? It's been sticking around permanently. Okay, so do we want to go to the league right away, or...
Absolutely not. Let's go take on Team Star.
Okay, so...
Sorry, let's go heal and then go take on Team Star.
We should probably decide what Pokemon that we want to use for our, champion team.
True, now that we can actually use all of our Pokemon.
I'm liking the first three that we have.
Also, our daughter.
Oh,
First three.
how did we miss this?
Good question.
It's not a good move, but it's a move. Alright, so how... Play rough. Energy ball. Oh!
That is much better. I'll definitely agree to that replacing fight.
10 more power and also might crit. Also, we should probably replace quick attack with something.
Agreed. Do we have a fairy type move that does damage?
Okay, so what kind of coverage do we have here? With Grass, Fairy, Bug, and Dark.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Does she learn any other fighting moves?
Okay, let me just look this up. Tinkaton. Can learn Brick Break. Brick Break and Rock Smash are the only fighting type moves.
Okay. Can we get Brick Break? Do we have Brick Break?
It's TM58. We don't have it. Can we make it? TM58. We can make it. No. We have the ability to make it, but we don't have the things to make it with.
Okay, let's look up what we need to make it.
Okay,
Here, I'll do that. Okay. So,
Halwacha down and crab brawler shell.
oh, okay.
Halwacha down and crab brawler shells.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up a type chart.
Okay. Yeah, our special attack is almost just as high as our attack. Which is...
Okay. So from yeah. What does life do?
Restores HP.
Ah, good for double buff. Mystical fire.
Fire type move.
That'd be a good one to have.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. The main reason we have Draining Kiss is because we have the big brute.
I'm down for getting rid of Draining Kiss.
Okay. We'll just have to remember to take off the brute because it has no use to us there. Wait, what is Psychic Seed?
If the train becomes Psychic Terrain, the holder will use this seed to boost its special defense.
Yeah. So just take it, item. Take the item.
Yeah, well, can't do it from that menu, so... Put away held item.
Okay, so let's start from the top.
How?
Has
Grass? I mean, isn't there a calculator that you can do? Just type in what type of moves you have, and it'll tell you what you can be good against.
okay.
Instead of manually doing it with a chart.
Let me look it up then. Pokemon type
Yeah, offense.
calculator.
Yeah, so we can type in that we have grass, we have fairy, we have bug, we have dark, and we can deal double damage to most types, one time damage to others. Yeah. However, alone can deal double damage to fighting ground, rock, ghost, water, grass, psychic, dragon, and dark, and one time damage to normal, flying, poison, bug, steel, fire, electric, ice, fairy. 0.8% of Pokemon resist Harrow. And if we throw in... We also have Steel type.
Where are you finding this particular?
I did a Google search for Pokemon type calculator. It's the first thing that showed up.
A Pokemon.help?
Yep. Steel type and fighting type as well. And Fairy Dark we still have. 0.0% of Pokemon resist both Haru and Nora. But Flying, Poison, Bug, Fire, and Electric type Pokemon, we can't do double damage to. This only gives us extra in Ground type, which actually works against most others. Then we just have to deal with Flying and Bug, which I think our daughter's Fire type might deal with bug. And then we
So we
can...
need to do with flying.
Yeah, specifically with flying. If we could... What's super effective against flying? There's electric and what?
Electric, ice, and rock. And possibly steel. Let me double check. I'll
Not
get back to
steel.
my-
Flying type? Electric, ice, and rock. Yep. So if we can give an electric, ice, or rock type move to either Iron Shreds or our daughter.
Or to, you know, keep in mind that that's what we need filling the remaining 2 spots.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to try to get Brick Break for...
Yeah, I would like to. Because it's a lot better than Rock Smash. It's like almost twice as good. Can
Okay.
our daughter learn an ice type move?
Let me look that up.
Icy Wind.
Or never mind. I won't look it up.
Icy Wind is not that great, and Ice Punch wouldn't be that great.
What's the point of it?
Can learn electric type moves. Can learn... Oh, she can learn Thunderbolt! Thunderbolt would be nice. Okay,
Main reason we want her to have Hypnosis is for catching Pokemon ability.
yeah. But I mean, if we're going to the, Elite Four, we don't really need to catch anything.
Well, remember, we're not heading to the Elite Four right now.
True.
We want to take on Team Star first.
Okay, 2 more Pachirisu fur
Okay?
is all we need. Oh no, we have a Thunderbolt TM apparently.
Cool.
So we could teach her a Thunderbolt. I mean, what Pokemon can learn False Swipe? Because some that can learn False Swipe and Hypnosis would be much better for catching
Do we have a
Pokemon.
False Swipe TM?
That's a fair question. What is the TM for False Swipe?
How about we look at our TM list?
Ba-ba-ba. Sort by number, sort by name. Yeah, I can sort by name. We do not have that.
Okay. Alright, let's see here.
TM 94 and Sword and Shield.
It looks like it is not a TM in this game.
Oh,
Where is it?
Scyther can learn it. By level
Great.
up. Gallade. But I don't suppose Scyther could learn anything sleep-inducing.
What?
What?
Oh, no, it is in this one. TM57.
Oh, look at cute little Klefki. That's nice. Ah. Okay. So what is it that we need to find Hawacha and something.
Oh, watch out? What?
In order to make the Brick Break TM.
Are you saying Hawlucha?
I guess so? Where do we find Hawluchas?
How do you spell it?
Hawlucha. Remember I saw them before, but this is a big game. Lots of Pokemon all over the place.
Hawlucha. Actually, Hawlucha can learn Sleep.
But the issue is, can it also learn something like Hypnosis or Sleep Powder or something else to put Pokemon to sleep?
I don't know.
Leo?
Why is it not showing? God damn, this is useless.
Oh, it's not showing locations, because... Of course not.
What's not showing locations?
Bulbapedia doesn't show Pokemon locations for Gen 9, does it?
Well, it's not for Hawlucha.
Should Vaporeon learn Last Resort?
No. Like, why do you even still have Vaporeon in the party?
Because we never took Vaporeon out of the party?
Yeah, I was waiting for us to actually start looking in our boxes to start picking Pokemon.
Oh no. Knucklestack is sturdy. This ain't good. Oh, this is fine.
Okay.
Come on, there we go. Alright, boxes. Okay, so. If we give our daughter Thunderbolt, then these 4 Pokemon should be able to cover, like, all Pokemon types. And only 17... What? Yeah. Only 17 Pokemon in the entire game will not be weak to our roster of moves.
Okay, and what 17 are those?
Zapdos, Gligar, Gliscor, Rotom, Fanform, Emolga, Larvesta, Volcarona, Thundurus, Okarikyo, Slislipede, Centiskorch, Rottwell, Kilowattle, and Scovillion.
Okay. Maybe more importantly, what do we need to cover getting them?
Ice would do most of it. Dragon does nothing. If we add in water and ice, there's only one Pokemon we're not super effective against. And that's Scovillion, which is actually in this game. Ghost does nothing. Poison does only one.
And Scovillion would be weak to...
It's, water... Right, it's Grass Fire.
Grass Fire?
Yes, Scovillion.
So...
Poison. No, apparently not ground.
Grass resists ground?
Right, apparently. Rock or poison. Or flying.
Okay, so we want...
Wait. Okay,
Water,
no,
ice,
no.
poison, or fire.
Water and rock will do all of them.
Water and rock.
Water and rock. And then
Okay.
we'll be able to be super effective against apparently literally every Pokemon in the game. Can Vaporeon learn a rock-type move?
Can Dragonite. Because I know Dragonite can definitely learn water moves.
I don't like Dragonite.
Sorry, Dragonair. I'm sorry.
Looks like Vaporeon cannot. Let's look at Dragonair.
I have found a thing that should have the, there it is.
Dragonair and Vaporeon, neither of them can learn rock-type moves.
Can either of them also learn an ice move and a flying move? Or poison?
I don't think... I'm not sure if either of them can learn flying-type moves.
Okay, how about poison?
Okay, so Dragonair cannot learn Poison-type. Looking at Vaporeon. For flying or poison. No. Not damaging versions of them, no.
Altaria.
Altaria could be
It
useful.
can definitely learn flying. I know it can definitely learn... I'm certain it can learn water and or ice.
Okay, so Altaria can learn... Yeah, definitely some flying types. Wait. Altaria doesn't learn water types.
No water type moves?
Rain Dance, that's it.
Can you learn surf? Really?
Not in Gen 9.
Interesting. Well, then I would say still Altaria for for ice and flying, plus the fairy and dragon it already has. And then pick something to have a water type move, so.
Well, what? No, we okay, so you're ignoring rocks. So you're doing flying and... Oh, wait, what's this?
Honestly,
Wait, hold on. Apparently we don't need water or rock. Ice flying will do it. So yeah, we could do Altaria, right?
yeah, Altaria. Wait, so we really don't need water?
Apparently not. Ice and flying.
Okay. Cool.
What
Well,
ice type moves can Altaria learn? It can learn Ice Beam. That's it.
It
But-
can't learn Blizzard?
Nope. The only damaging ice type move it can learn in Gen 9 is Ice Beam.
Which is still a good ice move.
Which
so-
is, like, the one that I really want to have.
Okay, and it can also
Okay.
learn flying moves, which is great. So let's take a look at what Altaria can remember right now.
Okay. Altaria, remember. Can't our daughter learn Ice Beam, though? Okay.
Whoa, Moonblast?
What's up, Moonblast?
Definitely replace the Play Rough with that.
Oh yeah, definitely better than Play Rough.
Okay. And I would say replace Sing or Cotton Guard with a flying move that it can learn.
Okay. Pluck.
Pluck is definitely better.
Okay, so we want Ice Beam TM 135.
Do we have it?
Oh. No.
Wow. Wait, but we have ones that Iron Treads can learn.
Iron Treads can learn Ice-type moves, apparently.
Yeah.
If we could teach one of our other Pokemon a Flying-type move, we won't need Altaria. Our daughter could learn Icy Wind. I don't know.
It's not very strong, and it's got less than perfect accuracy. How does Ice Spinner and Ice Fang look?
Perfect accuracy for Ice Spinner.
What could we possibly get rid of on Iron Treads?
I just want to double check something about... Oh no, that's right. Icy Wind and Ice Punch. That's right. Iron Treads could lose... Okay. The Body Press, Iron Head, or Electric Terrain. Because it says right there, or if the Pokemon is holding Booster Energy. So if we could find a Booster Energy, we don't need Electric Terrain. And we don't need to start up Electric Terrain.
Alright, I'll Google Booster Energy and find out what it is and how to get it.
So if we could give one of our Pokemon... What do we need? So if we can get Ice... I'm sure this Pokemon here, Iron Treads... I'm sure it could learn a nice Rock-type move, right?
Oh. Okay,
Roll out.
Yeah...
Stone Edge. That's 80% accuracy.
Booster Energy is found in Lab Zero at the very end of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet story.
Ah, well then.
Alongside this, Paradox Pokemon caught in the wild have a 5% chance of holding one.
Paradox Pokemon caught in the wild. We can catch wild Paradox Pokemon more than just one?
Yes. There is
Okay.
more than one Paradox Pokemon, yes.
Alright. So we could teach this Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, or Stone Edge for Rock-type moves.
Yuck. I'm sorry, Rock is just a very bad type.
Hey, you want 100% coverage.
I did not say that.
Because I said we are super effective against 98.6% of Pokemon, and you're like, oh, what are the 17... We have to cover the 17 other Pokemon. And I was all like, well, if we get Water and Ice, we cover literally every Pokemon except for one. You're like, oh, well, let's add in another type so we can cover that last one Pokemon. And be super effective to that one Pokemon as well.
And then you said Ice and Flying would cover all 17 of those, yes?
Yeah, Ice and Flying. Or
Okay.
Ice and Rock. Yeah. Ghost and Dragon does nothing. Yeah, Ice and Water covers 16 of the 17. Yeah, Ice Rock or Ice Flying covers all of them. Or Water Rock. Water and Rock can also cover all 17 of them. So we could become super effective against any Pokemon in the game. But we still want this up, so we still want Hawlucha's good.
Yeah, do you want me to finally tell you where to find them?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Why is this one like blue?
It lives in... Never mind. You're in battle.
Oh. Oh, this is just a different form. I was like, is this like a shiny or something? Because this one is blue. But no. Alright, what's up?
Okay, so go to your map.
Map.
Alright, Remember that lake where we did the Dragon Titan?
Right?
Yeah, the land around it.
Just generally around it?
Like, yeah, around the outside of the lake. So yeah, there would be a decent place to go and start looking.
Alright, just have to start beating some of these here Pokemons. And what do we have that's good against flying types, type-wise here?
It's flying fighting. So psychic or flying would be good against it. So yeah.
Liu?
So basically, we want to look in rocky areas and mountainy areas. Nice Slowpoke.
Woo woo! Probably something up this tower, right? Probably another Gimmighoul to go fight.
Oh!
What?
I mean, that's probably a decent flying move.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
What the? Why is our daughter up front?
Because we put her up front to deal with Hawachas. And he said, oh yes, good.
Yeah, I thought you would do that, once we actually found some. Really? Tackle? Wow, at level 50.
More fighting birds. Oh, good. A fighting bird. Well, we found the 3 Hawacha downs we needed.
Okay, and what's the other thing we need?
She was like crab, whatever thing? Crab brawler. Yeah, that one.
Okay, do you know... Have we encountered any before?
I have no idea. Oh, that's right. If we have, then it'd be in the Pokedex.
Yes. Yeah, if you find either Crab Brawler or its evolution.
Crabominable?
Yes. So that's, what number is that? 119?
Yep.
So
It's on Glacido Mountain, lives near mountain peaks, rarely seen. So it lives in that section.
Let me find just some Crab Brawler. Oh, actually there's some not... Oh, yeah, in that icy area.
Yeah, I think it sits somewhere around there, so let's go.
Literally anywhere in the icy area. It can also be found on beaches. The main reason it can be found in the icy area is because its evolution is ice type, so... basically look for a purple crab with punching gloves. Oh, I saw that. Did you?
What, the sparkle?
Shiny.
Yeah, I was trying to get it, and I kind of jumped right over it. Alright.
So you'll, yeah, again,
this
you'll
it?
probably want your psychic Pokemon up front. So. Oh god, never mind. It has a 2% chance of showing up in the snow.
Okay, let's go to a beach then.
Yeah. Check your map. Recommended one. Okay. Oriented. Yeah, normal. So, and okay. On the left, just above that. Yeah.
Okay. Apparently you've never been there. Oh yeah, this has a beach.
That appears to be the correct area, I think.
North of the desert?
Yes.
Then yep.
Okay. It has a 30% chance of showing up on the beach.
I don't know what that is, but I want my Pokedex.
That's a dolphin. They finally introduced a dolphin Pokemon. You murdered it.
Technically, our daughter murdered it, and you should be proud for her. Whee! Between episodes, we should also look into getting good, like, catching Pokemon. Something that
Okay,
no.
definitely past the range where it can show up.
Oh, okay. Something that can learn like False Swipe and also a sleep move.
Say that again. That kind of came through a little garbled.
Between episodes, we should also look for a good like catching Pokemon. Something that can learn like False Swipe and also like sleep inducing move.
Were there any other TMs that we needed stuff to make?
I have no idea. Ice Beam?
That's a crap relic. You know what one looks like. It's a lot smaller than I expected.
Yeah, a lot of Pokemon are very small.
That was something else. And with some birds.
Yeah, birds are nice and big.
What is that?
Coin.
5. Very nice.
Yeah, apparently you can get upwards of like 50 or like 200 from one of those or something. Like, Pokemon just spawn wherever they want to be.
Yep. We only need one more, right?
Aye, aye. Fight it!
She just wanted to hang out with us.
Aye.
Gonna fight one more just in case.
If I can find one, but... Looks like that's not happening.
Okay.
Alright, cool. What do we need for an ice beam?
I don't know. What do we need for Ice Beam?
Oh. Wrong. TM-135. Oh, apparently we were short on cryogonal ice. Well,
Short on what?
we need cryogonal ice, and I know I saw a few of those. At least I think I did. Shelter pearls and delibird parcels.
And what fossils?
Delibird parcels.
Deli. Oh. Okay. So Shelter is the only one we need to look up, because I don't think we can count them on that.
This is if we can even make TM-135, and we cannot. So we would need to find the TM first.
Oh, we can't even make it.
No, we don't have it.
Okay then.
Unfortunately, the website doesn't say where to find it.
Yeah, that's because the game is too new, apparently.
It just says TM machine.
Maybe it unlocks if we finish more of the Toon Star Quest.
It could. It probably would.
Yeah.
Alright, what's that move that you really wanted me to get, though?
For what you're talking about, Brick Break?
Yeah, that thing. Was that
I believe it was-
58?
Yeah.
1. Oh, a starter can learn Brick Break. That's interesting. But we want the hammer, right?
Yeah, we're taking it to the hammer.
Get rid of the Rock Smash for almost twice the power.
Yep. Anyways, as for a Pokemon that can learn False Swipe, there is one Pokemon, again, the Pokemon I wanted us to get, which is why I want us to do Violet. It's in Area 0. It can definitely, I'm going to double check here to make sure that it can learn, I know it can learn False Swipe. But I'm pretty sure it can also learn
Well, let's just,
Hypnosis. So let me just go through and check its learn set.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, we don't have to use a legendary just for catching Pokemon. Like, I was using a Ghost Marowak in Gen 8.
Okay,
Oh. So let's figure that out and then get back for another episode. Toodles!